Hey guys, it's Will from Share Your Passion Online. Today I want to talk about automating your business. When you have an online business and there's so many things that you have to do. Create products, answer questions, create new content, blog posts, YouTube videos, and it can be overwhelming. There's so many things to do. And I found that it was really hard to focus because like during the day I wanted to post to social media and that would kind of break up my flow. And there's ways that you can structure this without automating anything, but there's some benefits to automating and systemizing your business. And so years ago, I read a book called E-Myth, and they talk about systems in there. And then the 4 hour work week is, when you think about working 4 hours a week, it's kind of maybe a dream for some people. But right now, like at the state that I'm at with this one niche, it's fairly automated and you can add on to that. So I'll explain what I mean. So the what you want to do is you want to get traffic to your website in general. When you have an online business, you want to drive traffic to your website from social media, and then you want to collect their email by giving them an opt-in, like a lead magnet, they call it, like a PDF or some free offering. And then through email over time, you will educate them and help them and eventually offer some products for sale. That's kind of the general flow of an online business. And so with social media, for the last few years, I've been spending a lot of time every day. And I think that work has to be done where you go to join various groups on Facebook and you basically interact with people. And so you at some point you have a bunch of content that you're going to share. So for example, I have recipes and weight loss tips and things like that. And this is called evergreen content. So whatever topic you're in, you have stuff that's kind of relevant in the current events, and then you have things that are kind of perpetually important to people. And those posts, like I have recipes and weight loss tips that I want to share on an ongoing basis. So when I share just what I'm eating, I tend to eat the same things for quite a while. So older recipes and things aren't getting posted. And so I'm using a product called Edgar, and it allows me to schedule my posts. So I load up all my recipes here. I load up my weight loss tips, and you can have different categories. You can have. So one of the things I like about Edgar and automation is not just oh, I'm going to lose touch and not talk to anybody anymore. That's not really the point, but it's to create a system. So when you do social media, you should have different categories of posts. So you're not always going to post one type of post. You're going to have, for example, what I liked about the start of Edgar was they gave you some guidelines. So you can have questions. You might not think about this on a systematic basis, but asking your viewers a question. What are you struggling with? Or what would you like me to create? And then you can have inspirational or funny. You can have like funny pictures or inspirational quotes and things like that. And then you can have promotional, maybe once a week or something. You might mention your ebooks or sign up for your lead magnet or something like that. And so I found that I wasn't really systematically doing this. I would forget to do promotional posts for quite a while. I wouldn't hardly ever do a funny or an inspirational just as I found something. I didn't ask questions on a regular basis. I didn't post older recipes or posts that I had done before that I want people to see. So this gives me a really systematic way now. But I'm still going to go into social media and I'm going to interact with people's responses to these posts. And I'm also going to add my own posts. If I cook something or make something or anything that inspires me, I'm going to add to these. I'm going to add my own posts. And I get messages on Facebook and comments, and I'm going to look at those comments and interact with people. I'm also going to go to other groups, and I'm going to share some of this stuff to those groups, and I'm going to interact with people. So it's not just like automating social media so you don't have to talk to anybody. That's not really my point, but it's mostly to make sure that you're consistently posting to these social media sites. One other tip, if you have your own page, obviously that's where you're going to be posting, but if you have groups that you're a member of, so if you can be made an administrator of a group, that will allow you to post to those groups as well. So I have groups that I'm joined in my niche, and I've created, I've kind of developed myself as an authority. So I've been made an administrator of a couple of other groups that I post to as well. And that allows me not just to post to my own page, but to a few others as well. So that's the Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn system. And then on Pinterest, I use this BoardBooster, and what I do is I repin some of my pins from my boards to community boards, and you can say how many pins per day. And this is another thing that I had to go, break up my day, go to Pinterest, click on some. I kind of did it randomly, like, I'm going to share this one, or I'm going to share that one. Some days I wouldn't do it. So again, it's about consistency. And these things may go away at some point, being able to automate certain posts. And I'm not saying that it should be to replace, to eliminate your need to go to social media, but it's just allowing me to be consistent in reposting. If we look at my traffic for say the last week, last 7 days, you can see that Facebook obviously is up there, and Pinterest is now number 3, and there's 2 Facebooks here, but Pinterest is above my organic searches as well. So it's moved up quite a bit. And if we look at the last 30 days, I haven't been doing this for 30 days, but you can see the general upward trend here just from adding in the last couple of weeks a more systematic approach. Now I pay about $50 a month for Edgar, and BoardBooster right now is $5 a month, so it's not a huge amount of money. If you think about hiring a virtual assistant to maybe do some of this, it's going to cost, and they may not even do it systematically as much as you'd like. Okay, so and I'm also doing YouTube videos. I find that's the fun stuff. I like to do, this is a little bit tedious if you think about it, like posting old recipes and things and old pins. It's not really fun in that sense. So I prefer to focus on YouTube videos, and I like to do those, but that's the fun part. And the other part of the puzzle is the sequence of emails. Hey, Kimo. Once people get into your funnel through through signing up for your free PDF or whatever you're going to offer people, what I do here is I give them the bonus video. I tell them about myself, my weight loss story, and I ask them what they're struggling with, and I give them healthy tips. I educate them during the beginning, and then over time I occasionally mention my products for sale. And this is every 4, 5, 6 days, 7 days. And so what I used to do, I had a few other niches, guitar lessons, and even this one. For the first couple of years, I couldn't consistently email people. And when I would email people, I would do a broadcast. So that's when you send a real-time email, say right now I'm going to send an email to everybody. Well, that's great for the people that are on your list, but what about the people that sign up tomorrow and the day after? They don't get anything. So I might go weeks or months without sending people an email. And you could set yourself a goal and say every week I'm going to broadcast an email, but when somebody joins your list tomorrow, they're not going to see all those past broadcasts. So now what I do in general is, instead of broadcasting an email to people, I just add it to the list. So I just did an analysis of someone's meal on YouTube, and I put it at the bottom of this. It's not critical, I don't have to send it to people right away. So every time I do a blog post on a certain topic, I add it to the end of the sequence. So everybody's going to get this email, as opposed to just broadcasting it and then none of the people that sign up after today are going to get it. So that's another way to automate. And inside here, you've got various sales pitches. It could be soft pitch where you just put your website link down here, or maybe you mention your book just as a link in the email. There might be, here I put Potato Strong Recipe Guide with a link, right? So the sales are going to happen over time in an automated fashion. So if you think about it, if I didn't do YouTube, I got Facebook posts, Twitter posts, and some LinkedIn and Pinterest posts, and that's driving traffic to my site, getting them into the email funnel, and then hopefully they're buying over time. So that's pretty much an automated system. So, you know, you could go into social media and just respond for an hour here and there, and do the odd YouTube video, just a short little video, and it could be a pretty simple business as far as you know, how much time it's going to take you on a weekly basis. But I'm at about 2.5 years of doing social media, so there's a lot of work up front to build that list. Now, if you look at ConvertKit, for example, if I look at the subscribers, I've got 5,000, what is it, 5,250 subscribers right now, and I've been averaging around 2,000 a month. So 2,000 subscribers every month. If you think about that, in 8 months or less, I'll have 20,000 subscribers. So the business is growing, the subscribers are growing, more of them are getting exposed to my emails with my sales pitches. Anytime I want to do a broadcast, if I have a sale, I can send that out in real time. Say, hey, I've got a sale today or whatever, or I'm doing a webinar or whatever, something time sensitive. And this list will just grow and grow and grow, and the sales should increase. And I've been doing spreadsheets. If you watch, I do videos every month with the revenue, and it definitely is growing. So yeah, it's just some ways that you can automate. So it is, you know, 4-hour work week is kind of possible. I mean, most people who, I mean, I could spend more than 40 hours a week doing webinars and creating new products, and so there's tons of potential. But depending on your situation, you know, and how much money you need to live, you know, like the last 2 months I had about $3,500 coming in. And so if you're happy with that, you know, this thing can be pretty easy to maintain. And the other thing you can do is you can move to another niche if you wanted to, and sort of have this on maintenance mode. I mean, you could expand this niche. Like I'm working on a course, and you can have coaching and more products, and work with affiliates and do joint ventures, and really drive this to a large extent if you want. But so you've got lots of options. But either way, it's great to systemize is really my point, is to, whether or not you automate it, having a system where like you have different categories of posts to social media. That's one of the benefits. Making sure you're continually recycling your older content that people don't see. And Pinterest, you know, repinning to community boards, because it's kind of like a news feed. Stuff just scrolls down and people are going to not see your pins anymore. So you're continually needing to repin to these community boards to be seen. Just like social media, like Facebook, you got to post on a regular basis so that you're in the people's consciousness. So okay, hope that helps. Let me know if this helped you guys. Talk to you later.